Hey everybody, welcome back to Rover's World. It's your boy Archie, and today I just want to have a discussion about what is wrong with all of these companies, not all of them, but a good amount of these companies just being so anti-consumer. Like whose idea was it to make it so 2K21 for next gen and last gen you can't play together? Why? Why would you do that? The story for the My Career is basically the same, right? Except for like maybe a few different things that are going on, but the park is so completely different to the point where they can't play together. Like why would you do that? Like barely anyone has a next gen console. Like, yeah, a couple weeks ago there was like 3.4 million PlayStation 5 consoles sold, but that's nothing compared to the 110 plus million people who have a PS4. What would happen if there was like a group of kids, like, 4 kids who only played 2K and they always played together and they bonded over 2K, and 3 of them got a next gen console but the other one couldn't afford it. Their parents were going through a lot and they just couldn't do it, but they could get him the game. So he has the game, but he has no friends to play with. Maybe he has to just make new friends. That sucks. That just ruins the experience for everyone, and it shouldn't be a thing. Why would you do that? Something that would split up your fan base, right? People play 2K to play with their friends. Playing 2K by yourself is not fun, I wanted to play with my friend, but he has a PlayStation 4 and I have a PlayStation 5. So we can't play together, and I don't want to buy the game again for PS4, so I'll probably end up uninstalling the game sooner than I would have if I could play with my friend. And I know we have so many people complaining about the skill-based matchmaking for Call of Duty, but at least with Call of Duty, we can play with anyone. You can play with PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X. You can play with basically every single fan base and have fun with them. You can meet new people. I just don't understand why 2K would do that. And I hope they don't do that for 2K22, because if they do, that's just going to disappoint so many people. Instead of, breaking a fan base apart, you should be bringing them together, especially at a time like this with the COVID going on and everything like that. That should not have happened. And whoever made that decision should honestly probably be fired at this point. Like, this is why companies need more competition. There shouldn't be things where, EA has a deal with the NFL to where Madden is the only simulation football game that can be made. Now, I know that, EA made the street football games back in the day, but honestly, if 2K or really anyone would bring back those street football games, I would be content. But there's the diehard fans that want the straight up simulation football games. And if there was competition, there would be less people complaining about how awful Madden 21 is. If 2K were to make some simulation football games, if EA were to make some simulation basketball games that were actually good, and if Battlefield 6 is actually as good as everyone's hyping it up to be because they're so tired of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, then we'll actually have the companies that we're complaining about caring, because they'll be making less money because the people who are paying them the money now will be going somewhere else. I've been watching a lot of YouTube lately, and a lot of people have been saying, if Battlefield 6 is as good as it's hyped up to be, then I'm just gonna switch over from Call of Duty Cold War, because I'm not gonna settle for anything less than what I want. But right now, Cold War is my only option. And this is the problem. We got these companies being so cocky, so into their heads, they're like, we're making money off of this, so why change anything, We don't want to make a game that's actually good quality. Why would we want to do that when we're making millions off of selling the same game over and over again? But why do you think so many of the free games, like the free market for multiplayer games that are competitive and all that, it's pretty huge. So that's why Fortnite and games like Rogue Company, they put out a decent amount of content that's free for their fans, because they know if they don't, they'll have people going over to other games because you're not the only option. And like Ubisoft, for example, I'm loving what they're doing right now, even though I don't support the new Assassin's Creed games with the open world and everything. It's just not my thing. I liked the older Assassin's Creed from like Unity down, but it's whatever. I just don't play the game. But Watch Dogs Legion is great. Didn't like the second one, but I loved the first one. You know, it is what it is. I guess it's hit or miss with Ubisoft. But I went to GameStop to buy Immortals Phoenix Rising, and they only had a PS4 version. It was their only copy in the entire store, and it was $30, so I was like, bet, I'll get it. But the good thing about it is that I could just play the next-gen version of it for free. They gave a free next-gen upgrade. Do you hear that, 505 and 2K? Yeah, free. You don't have to buy the entire game all over again like you would for 2K21 or Control, you know? And it's just pro-consumer, and I really appreciate that they did that. I would appreciate even more if they were to make a new Splinter Cell game, but just giving us free next-gen upgrades is good enough for now. That turned into more of a rant than a discussion, but I guess you guys get the point. So thank you all for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And hey, if you're a bot like a lot of these companies, please get your shit together or get out of my game.